everybody. My name is Olena, and last year in April, I came to UK as a refugee. My profession is psychologist. In Ukraine, a lot of years I worked as a psychologist. But when I came here in UK, I can't understand how that system works here. And I tried to ask my colleagues, but it was not much information about. And from the beginning, I start finding just a job, any job. So I got couple interviews. I got a couple position. For example, I was looking for the job, for example, in a social care sector or in a public school. But after couple interview, I realized that the process to hiring professionals in UK, it's quite complicated because you need to sign up or register in every single website. You have to fill a lot of different forms. You have to pass the interview. It could be one interview, it could be two job interview. And for the result, it's maybe small, it will be small chance to get a job with minimum price, with minimum page. Yeah. So very quick, I realized it's not good for me. And I start looking for the information how, for example, continue my psychological practice here in UK. And first question is about how to pay a tax. So for the paying tax, I have to be registered as self-employed. To register as self-employed, first step you need to do, you need to go to the public site, it's gov.uk, and find the information how to register as self-employed. But the problem is, all this online application, it's only for British passports holder. So a couple times I tried to fill the form online, but on this step, put the number of your passport, I was failed, and I tried again. And I can't understand what's the problem. What should I do? Because I have no British passport. I have only residence permit. I start looking what to do, and I asked my colleague, and she recommended me there is a phone number on this application. I can sign this phone in the chat later, and the process starts from the calling. You call to this phone, and on the phone line, you give the basic information about yourself. Basic information is when you came to UK, when you start your job, or when you start your business here, and basic information about your address, your name, your email address, and it's not easy. That's why I recommend you to hold with you how British spell the Latin alphabet. It's, I mean, alpha, beta, bravo. It's help you to spell your name, to spell your address in a correct way, because everything is in a phone registration. So after you gave all your information about yourself, you should wait around between 2 and 3 weeks. And during this period, you received the paper form on your mail, not email, your post. So you received the questionnaire. It consists of 2 pages, and it repeats the information that you gave in a phone but you have to sign everything. So you have to sign the questionnaire. There is one extra envelope in this post, in this letter. So you put this questionnaire in your envelope and you send it to the address. There is address on the envelope, and that is the name of the department is AM Revenue Customs. After they are receiving your questionnaire, they open you online application and give you individual tax number. You will receive the paper, so you will receive the second letter with this individual tax number. And one more important thing, before when you start calling to the first time, you have to, your national insurance number has to be with you, because one of the question it's about what is your national insurance number. So before to start all the procedures, you have to have not only residence permit, you have to have also national insurance number. So on the next step, when you receive this form with self-assessment number and this online, your online cabinet is open. Next step, you have to find the accountant. Why you need the accountant? Because, for example, as a psychologist, I'm working from home. So some of my business, some of my home expenses, I can count as my business expenses. For example, I can count as my business expenses my internet payments. I can count, for example, my electricity payments, because everything I can count as business expenses, my SIM card. Also, for example, I am paying Zoom membership. So it's also my business expenses. But again, it's very complicated system to realize what you can count as business expenses and what you can't. It's long process to understand in this system. It's not easy. So my recommendation is found the professional accountant, and it helps you to finish at least one or better two tax year. After the professional accountant helps you to put all your expenses and incomes in the right way, I think maybe third year or all next year you can do on your own. How to find the accountant? For example, big company, big accountant company, it's not cheap, of course, and some of them doesn't take new clients. So my way was, I was asking, for example, around my neighborhood. I was asking in the corner coffee shop, do you have accountant? Would you recommend me? And after a couple attempts and couple questions, I received the information about the small local company. And I sent mail to this company asking, do they agree to have me as a new client? I received the confirmation. And one more process, it's about your accountant, accounter, go to your online cabinet, online self-assessment room, and make the report about we are dealing about that is my accountant. After your accountant did it, you will wait, for example, between 2 and 3 weeks. You are waiting the confirmation code. So your accountant go to your cabinet and make the procedure of connection, but you receiving the confirmation code, and you are giving this code to your accountant, and the process of registration are finished on this point. After that, you are waiting the form from your accountant, and you have to fill this form. For example, to count the last year, 2022, the final deadline of this is the end of November. So now to the end of November, I have to put all my incomes and business expenses in this form. Then I will send it to my accountant, and what they are going to do, it's not my business. I hope they just informing me about the tax rate I should pay, or maybe even I shouldn't pay because it's my first tax year in UK. So maybe the process sounds like complicated, but important things you has to know. It's about don't try to register online if you are not British passport holder. If you are not British passport holder, call to the phone number, give the previous information about yourself, wait for the questionnaire, send the questionnaire to the HM Revenue and Custom Department, and wait for the final paper with a self-assessment number and the self-assessment online cabinet. After that, you are looking for the accountant, and you are dealing with the counter, and then you are finish the registration with this confirmation code. So it's all the process from the beginning till the end. It took maybe around 2 months. So I think it's much more easier than trying to find a job with a lot of interview, with a lot of job forms, and so on. So now I will text in to the chat the phone number for the registration. Wait a moment. And they are working from Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. and also on Saturday from 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Sunday is off. I can also text it in a chat. And Saturday. So, yeah, it's the basic information. And now I'm ready to answer on your questions. If you have the questions, please wave the hand.